embarked a ride and towed the Salty Dingo halfway to Indonesia in search of a tiny sand cay in the middle of the ocean. The plan was to be dropped here for a couple of weeks alone. We'd hoped to find pristine waters, waves, and a sense of peace that comes with being so far detached from society. But any thoughts of an idyllic holiday were smashed with the Salty Dingo's gunnel and washed away in the rough seas on the 30-hour trip here. Turns out our dramas were only just getting started. In one of the most remote sections of the Indian Ocean, 200 miles from any land, it then became clear what was killing the turtles. We're not the only ones out here. G'day and welcome back to a new episode. Now today we've got a pretty special guest for you guys. Look who we're bringing back out of retirement. The mighty Salty Dingo. Man, it's like catching up with an old dear friend or a loved family member seeing her like this, but I must admit it breaks my heart seeing her in this state. The way things have worked out the last couple of years, we've been on the move and she's been sitting here at a mate's place. She's been overtaken by spiders, the spider webs everywhere. The sun has been beating down and taking a bit of a toll on her. But man, it brings back some memories. All right, we are gonna get to work to bring this old girl back to life and get her back in the water, but...
Yeah, it's gonna take a bit, but in the meantime, here is the last adventure we had with the Salty Dingo that almost killed us.
The Great Adventure 3, the ups, the downs, everything in between. Hope you enjoy the highs and lows of that for the next couple of weeks while we're out filming the new series.
Yeah, see you then. All right.
Salty Dingo is as heavy as it could ever be. We've got to launch it on the beach here without getting bogged.
How you not launch a boat?
So I'm going to reverse back, Fran, and get back to where the boat's hopefully deep enough, hit the brakes, the boat will skid off somewhat, and then help me push it off, and then you jump in the car and take it up. All right? Clear as mud. Where are we going?
We hitchhiking a ride and towing the Salty Dingo halfway to Indonesia.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone is stressed.
Oh, I'm absolutely stressing here. So we're probably 24 hours towing into the 30-hour trip, and the Salty Dingo is not having a good time out the back. It's getting flooded with waves over the front, but we're very nervous. We're almost there. This is going to be a wild ride. If you guys are up for an adventure, click subscribe and come along with us. It's going to be awesome. Brand means business.
Let's go.
Yeah, so we've obviously the boat's been towed all night. We had a pretty restless night, constantly checking on it. And we're now well and truly into the open ocean here, and it's getting a little bit rougher. So we've got all that weight up the front of the Salty Dingo, which is really bad for towing, but there's no other option. There's no turning back now. We've got our fingers and toes crossed. Hopefully the Salty Dingo can make it out to where we're going to set up base camp. Looks like everything's made it. Oh, the Salty Dingo. Oh no. Oh. So the good news is the Salty Dingo's made it out here. The bad news is it's copped a hell of a beating, and the side of the boat is broken into numerous pieces. Thankfully, it looks like there's no damage to the hull where the water comes in, but yeah, this is just not ideal. I'm sorry, Salty Dingo. I didn't know it'd be that rough, mate. Uh-oh. Oh, we got to set up camp before sunset, but I think it's kind of nothing short of a miracle that the boat's still floating at the moment. Awesome. Okay, guys. Sweet, bro. We'll see ya. See you, mate.
I don't know if we're gonna make it.
Starting to wonder whether this was really such a good idea. We're out here halfway to Indonesia. The boat's got a crack down the side of it. We're in 0.6 of a metre on a dropping tide, and we might be about to run aground.
On reef. It is so shallow.
So that's the sand cay we'd heard about out here in the middle of the ocean. We're trying to get in there, but getting a way in is proving quite difficult. And if we don't get in now, the boat goes high and dry and sits on the reef. So it's a real race against the tide, but fingers crossed we can find somewhere, Fran. We obviously want to anchor the boat out of the wind, so we're going to try and get just around this corner here, but I don't know if we're going to make it, Fran. Is it all clear?
Yeah.
No rocks?
Yeah, no rocks. Good job, Captain.
Oh, sorry if we're a little bit flat at the moment. We kind of had these hopes of arriving to the sunset and crystal clear water and big fish and waves, but then it's kind of changed, and then you realize that we're on this little patch of sand halfway between Australia and Indonesia, and the boat's leaking, and I don't really know how the next couple of weeks are going to play out. But for now, Fran, let's set up camp. There's these two big green turtles that have obviously died up on this sand cay here. We're not sure what has caused it, but they come up, as you can see, the tracks coming up to lay. For whatever reason, these two couldn't make it back in the water.
So much plastic.
What have you found? Plastic?
Yeah. I'm gonna come and collect it tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
It's not a bomb.
Kids' toy. So there's once again a lot of plastic washed up here, so we'll get it all into one spot. And there's a little bit of driftwood as well, so I think we'll be able to have a fire at some point and yeah, burn the majority of that plastic. Yeah, it's good, there's a little bit of driftwood, so we'll be able to have a fire to cook our fish also. What have you found?
I've never seen this kind of...
Yeah, starfish. Flip it over, it's a cushion sea star. Cushion sea star that's been deflated.
Yeah, it's like shrunk.
Yeah.
Turtle track is crazy. It's just like so deep. A motorbike.
Oh yeah.
Track.
Yeah, wow.
And it's like turtle nets everywhere.
All the way up, eh?
Am I gonna see one tonight?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. Wow. The sand's really nice, Fran, which is good. Whoa.
Oh, gross.
Was that a good idea, Fran?
Should we keep the shot? That's your little hut for tonight.
We're unsure what is killing these green turtles, whether it's just really strange to see 3 dead turtles in the space of this little sand cay. It stinks, Fran. So what's your first impressions of the sand cay we're calling home for a little while?
Well, it looks like it's a death trap for turtles. Oh yeah, hopefully it's not the same for us.
Yeah,
Hopefully. Yeah. That was a little bit sad.
Yeah, hopefully we don't die out here like the turtles and everything else that steps foot out here. Sun setting. It ain't all bad, Fran. I'm really struggling to boost morale at the moment in the boats. And there you go, the first sunset of what's set to be many out here. Yeah, fingers crossed morale lifts a little bit over the next couple of days and we can repair this boat somewhat so we don't sink out here. Alright, I really hope this is nothing, but there's 3 figures have pulled in on the beach down the other side of this sand cay and are slowly walking this way and constantly stopping. The way they're acting is quite suspicious. Fran's gone down to the boat to kind of hide and lay low down there. Yeah, and we're just going to see how this plays out. A little bit nervous at the moment, to be honest. We're feeling incredibly vulnerable at this moment. I was always taught never to bring a knife to a fight unless you were prepared to use it. But I was also taught always be prepared to defend yourself if needed. So this was a moment of realisation that we might have bitten off more than we could chew on this adventure. With Fran hidden in the boat, I made the decision once they passed a certain point, I approached them on the beach. I wanted to have the confrontation as far away from our campsite as possible.
Hello, mister.
From Indonesia? Oh, from Australia? Oh, English? Oh. Tripang fishing? Oh, good. You speak English? No. No English, eh? Bagus, eh? Bagus. See this turtle? This one here? This one? This one, bagus sekali? Bagus? Yeah. I've managed to calm myself down enough to pull out a camera, but the adrenaline was sort of pumping there for a little bit. Basically, 3 shadows came out right on sunset. But no idea who they were, where they were from, and piracy in this part of the world is a potential risk, a potential problem. So, you know, we had to be cautious. Fran has now come out from her hiding spot in the boat where you were hugging the EPIRB.
Yeah, put the EPIRB down.
Yeah,
So brave.
Yeah, I've put the machete away, which I was yielding. Thankfully, the visitors were Indonesian fishermen. We couldn't really share too much of a conversation, but what I did pick up is the word trepang. So which is a sea slug or a sea cucumber, and these guys are fishermen from Indonesia that are here for the trepang or the sea slug. So yeah, it was a bit touch and go there for a while. So adrenaline was pumping, but I think we're safe now, Fran. Fran's not so sure, but we'll see. The first day / night has been rather eventful. Hopefully things go a little smoother and to plan for the rest of our time here.
I think they can get any worse.
Yeah, don't say that.
Like the book can still sink.
Yeah, hopefully not. Good day, guys.
Good
We'll
night.
see you in the morning.
Good night. What's your plan?
So the plan is, obviously there's no shade around here, so we've brought a couple of palm fronds, a couple of straight, which once were palms. We're going to build a little hut, so we'll see how we go. How's it looking, Fran?
Pretty good, I think.
Shady enough?
Yeah. SPF 50 bucks.
Cool. This morning we noticed a boat anchored just off the reef here, and we come so far out on this trip, we just really weren't expecting to see anyone, but we only assume it must be in those visitors we had last night. So we put the drone up there, went out and had a look, and it's this Indonesian fishing vessel, which just blows our mind. I mean, never in my wildest dreams did I think we'd come so far out on the Salty Dingo, out from Australian waters, that we're now crossing paths with like traditional Indonesian fishing vessels. So look at that. I can't believe we're seeing this in Australian waters. This is just crazy. It's like we've steamed out to a whole different part of the world here. Oh, that's smoke on board. It looks like they must be having a fire cooking out the back. It's hard to know how many people are on board, but there's just people popping up everywhere. Look at all the dried fish and stuff up on the roof. I think they salt it all and leave it up on the roof to dry. We've got both their sails up now, eh?
Yeah.
Looks like a handkerchief.
I would say it looks like my grandma's sheet.
Grandma's sheets. At the fire pit spot, is it, Fran?
Yeah.
So luckily there is a little bit of firewood here that we've found washed up on the sand cave. It's probably enough for, what do you reckon, Fran, like 4 meals worth of cooked fish. So we're going to savour that, but when the time is right, we'll have a little fish grill cook up. All right, so we've got to show you around camp, but Fran's under the impression that you guys don't like her voice and you don't want her to do the walkthrough, which I know is totally wrong. So come on, Fran, give us a bit of a walkthrough of the camp, please. Yeah, you've got it. So what have we got here?
Homemade hut.
Nice.
A bedroom here.
Yeah, very nice.
Jackie didn't make the bed this morning.
that's my side.
Fire pit. Kitchen. Surfboards and camera gear. Asky with food. And fuel.
Oh yeah.
Spare water. solar panel.
Cool. And what's the plan now?
So we're gonna head out probably that drop off over there.
Yeah.
See if we can catch lunch and dinner hopefully. And
Awesome.
that's about it.
Awesome. So those of you that haven't seen the Great Adventure Season 1, we're running a similar operation that we're surviving from the ocean. Largemouth nanny guy. Huge common trout. Yeah! Have a go at the size of that. That was what this adventure was all about. We've literally travelled 1,000 miles. A dog-tooth tuna we came out here looking for. Now this is what getting back to basics is all about, finding spots like this. We're relying on catching our own seafood, and we're doing a bit of a challenge again, aren't we, Fran? We've got to do a different species every day. Like, we can't eat the same species twice. So to start with, we're just going to go for a bit of an explore, see what's around, and at some point we've got to do our best to catch some dinner. So fingers crossed we can get something tasty. Have you seen the duct tape, Fran? I think it'll come in handy at the moment.
Some super glue maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, how many zip ties have we got on board? We've got nothing to repair this whatsoever. So we're just gonna have to take it really easy for a couple of days and see how it is. See whether like the actual side of the boat has been affected by the hull, this whole top half basically fracturing. We'll see how we go. It's a pretty kind of scary moment. You want to come out here on this big adventure and you're so ready for it and you want to push your limits, and then half your boat breaks and you think, shit, was this really such a good idea? But you know, we're here now, and like I said, there's no turning back, so we've just got to make do with what we've got, and hopefully the Salty Dingo can live on to survive this trip.
Water force is coming.
Like straight at the top of our little hut.
Yeah.
I hope they like our architecture. I've never seen such a big plane come so low straight at us. This is...
Get a wave.
Australian Border Force aircraft, this is Border Force 66 on channel 72, how do you copy over?
Yeah, Border Force 66, this is Salty Dingo. Got you loud and clear, mate.
Salty Dingo, thanks for getting back to us there. Just have a couple of questions today. Noticed you're the recce in just south of the sandbar, is that correct? Over.
Yeah, that's correct, mate.
Thank you very much, sir. You have a nice day out there, beautiful weather for you. We may speak to you on another day. Thanks for getting back to us there. This is Border Force 66, go back to channel 16 out.
Yeah, thanks for the eyes in the sky, mate. Mum will be glad to hear that someone's looking out for us out here. Cheers, Salty Dingo standing by. Yeah, he loves it. We're on board with the Australia Border Force team. Excited to spear a fish?
Yeah.
Well, that water's so clear at the moment.
Hey Jack, I wouldn't go out this way. Maybe like in between that rock and the other one. Keep your right. So shallow.
I thought we said we were going to take it easy for a little bit. Probably not the best way to cross the reef at the moment, but I think we're almost there.
So Jack, which one is your favorite color?
There's a sandy spot here around the bombings, right here.
So do you think this one?
Yeah, that one.
Or that one over there?
I got my room painted the other one, but I like this one.
This one, huh?
Amazing, eh? Alright, we've just dropped anchor at our first spot for a snorkel on this trip. The water is just like a clarity that you just don't normally see. It's like gin clear as clear could be. Fran's spotting fish from like the front of the boat here. And also there's a shipwreck in there that we're gonna swim in and have a look at later as well. Fran reckons the visibility is unbelievable. So We'll see you under there. Phew. There's so many different reef species there, eh? There's like moo, green jobfish, Maori sea perch, coral trout, all the best ones. Surprised me what you find in these big trout's mouths, eh? Like that is a surgeon fish in there, and I mean no fisherman would ever want to use a surgeon fish as bait, but quite often we find them. Oh, how did he fit that in there? Oh. And that's why they get called a surgeon fish, because that barb there is said to be as sharp as a surgeon's knife. It actually faces backwards, but that big trout obviously didn't mind. Isn't that crazy? One gulp.
Can't show any more coral trouts though.
No more. This guy's got a blue spot coral trout. And the other good thing about where we are is that there's no ciguatera in these big coral trout. That's the final product, bone skinned coral trout fillet. The smoky fire. Doing a pretty simple mixture of beer batter today. We've got, of course, Great Northern beer and just a bit of flour. That's it. Two ingredients, and then the fish will all get added in afterwards. What do you got going on there, Fran?
That's your beer butter.
Yeah. Nice.
Can't wait.
Cheers. Well done, Master Kook. Dinner served. Coral trout, beer battered, and the potatoes are taking a little bit longer, so we're going to rip into this. Go for it.
Look at that.
Is it hot?
Hot.
Oh no. Is it yum?
So yum.
Is it?
Delicious. Hot. So good.
So good, friend.
Check.
He woke me up thinking we were getting robbed by some Indonesians. That was actually a nesting turtle. Gotta move spots. After seeing the fate of the last few turtles that attempted to come up to lay, and the Indonesian fishermen working on the other side of the island in the shallows, we felt obliged to sit with this one, with the red LED light that doesn't disturb them, and patiently waited for her to do her business. A couple hours later, she'd successfully laid all of her eggs and slowly made her way back down to the water's edge. What a privilege to witness this. Good morning. Now, I must admit, we are a little bit sleep deprived, but the good news is the Salty Dingo is still afloat. Spirits are high, and we're going to get in the boat and go and explore some different parts of this reef here today. So the best thing about this place is there's huge deep water that comes right up to the shallows, and today we're going to go drift along that and see what big animals we can see. It's going to be awesome.
Someone left his machete next to the swat, and when the turtle came, buried it somewhere here. Boy flew it back and then buried it.
Alright, so we're on. Oh, no way! That's gonna look so staged, but no!
I don't believe that.
You just had to reenact the turtle, Fran. What? I told you I left it there.
I swear to God, I didn't do that on purpose.
That is amazing. So we've been feeling around for about 45 minutes, obviously away from where the turtle laid its eggs over there, but well done. Got it, Fran! Woo! G'day guys, hope you're enjoying the Great Adventure 3 marathon. What a crazy trip that was. But this is coming to you live from the next adventure we're filming. It's going to be a crazy one, guys. If you'd like to see behind the scenes footage and real life action as it happens, you can join us on Patreon, or we're now also on YouTube subscriptions. That support on there helps fund these remote adventures. If that's not your thing, no worries guys, you can keep watching here for free. We'll see you on this new series, guys. It's going to be a beauty. And unfortunately, the Salty Dingo hasn't fixed herself overnight. This one here is the one I'm most nervous about. Just hope that that crack doesn't come down any further into the hull. Otherwise, really, it's all over. Other than that, Fran, what's our plan today?
Try and get a fish.
Any preference? Dogtooth, wahoo?
Dogtooth, probably. But I wouldn't mind a whale as well.
We did, generally the wahoo, as I'm sure a lot of you viewers know, they're in really deep water, but yesterday we're having a swim around in the shallows, literally in 8 meters of water, crystal clear reef, and I couldn't believe my eyes. This huge wahoo swam through and yeah, had a good look at me and just kept on cruising, but it was a massive fish, and to see a wahoo in that shallow, surely that's a good sign that if we dive some of these right areas, yeah, it could really be on out here. Oh God, I'm so excited that I'm shaking at the moment here. So we're about to jump in the deep blue. This is what it's all about for me, hey. We'll come out here to the middle of nowhere and hopefully we can bump into some, you know, some big ocean, deep sea monsters down there like dogtooth tuna. The whole reason this remote location came onto our radar was in search of one specific fish, the dogtooth tuna. It was the obsession with this fish that drove us to form the outrageous plan that got us here. I'd studied the charts for months and highlighted this as a likely spot. As the bubbles are still clearing from my mask, I spot the telltale sign of a dogtooth tuna, that white dot just at the base of its tail. And judging by the amount of fish life here, we are right on the hot spot. These rainbow runners and walls of surgeonfish are such a good sign. These are a favourite food for the dogtooth tuna. I sink into a free fall and try to relax. And then out of the depths appears the unmistakable grin of a big dogtooth tuna. But this big girl is too big for us to eat all alone. Doggies love areas with really strong currents, and the game plan is for us to find the hot spot, and then at the turn of the tide we're going to have about half an hour where the current drops and we can both get in the water. So good down there. So good news is there is just so much life, like schools of barracuda, surgeonfish, and a smaller doggy came in, so I dove down on him just to check him out. I'm like, that's a good sign, there's doggies here. And then a big one came in, like a really, really nice one. I was like, oh, it's so good in there, I can't wait for you to get in as well. I've just done another drift and we've found a school of dogtooth tuna down there. So we're gonna try and anchor the boat in position so both Fran and I can get in and see if we can get one of these like monsters of the deep to come up and present a shot. It's never easy, but we'll see how we go. Fran, are you excited to get in the water with a couple of doggies down there?
I'm really excited.
Yeah? This kind of diving takes a heap of teamwork, so that's why we've now anchored the boat. I'm going to see if we can work together as a team, bring these fish up, and then hopefully they present a shot. We'll see you underwater. Wish us luck. Fran's straight into the action and makes a really deep dive. Spotting a couple of nice dogtooth tuna down in the depths. She takes the shot, and this is what these fish are renowned for. They are so strong. The spear is attached to a 30-meter float line and a float on the surface. But these fish will drag both the float and us under, no worries. You right? Once Fran catches her breath, she's in for the tug of war of her life against this big dogtooth tuna. go, well done, Fran. Woo! Good fish. So what was it doing? Talk us through the dive.
So the bottom is 30 meters and we had flasher on, and then him and his friends would just stay at the bottom. This one just got interested and presented the shot, and there we go.
Nice, Fran. Yes. Woo! Well done, Fran. Alright, with Fran's big tuna there, we've now definitely got enough for lunch and dinner and probably a good feed tomorrow. So we've now come back into the reef edge here, and the water's so clear, so we're going to jump in and have a bit of a snorkel and see what we can see under there. How's the anchor set, Fran? Good?
Oh, yeah. We need lemon. Got it.
How'd we go?
Can I have the first one?
Go for it, Fran. You've earned it.
God,
Is it good?
so good.
Awesome. So we got soy sauce, just in a dipping bowl. Fresh sashimi.
Yum. How good is that?
Oh wow. It's really good. A bit of lemon on it is actually really nice. Yeah. Yeah, I'll put it in there.
You.
Wonder whether we'll have any unannounced strange company tonight, Fran, like the last couple of nights.
Get it late.
Foreign fishermen or turtles, or you never know what we'll bump into out here. Alright, the sun's setting on another just incredible day out here. So the good news is we can't see another boat on the horizon. There's no one within Kui. So fingers crossed we don't have any sort of unannounced visitors throughout the night, but you never know what the night will bring. So we'll see how it all plays out. We're going to kick back for 5-10 minutes, then we'll light the fire, and then it's dinner time. So we're going to have those dogtooth tuna steaks. It's going to be awesome. What's cooking? Good looking?
Tuna steak.
Doggy steak. Nice.
How would you like them?
Medium rare, please. That's it.
Good.
Go for it. Rip into it. Awesome. We do have a couple of pumpkins just cooking up on the fire as well, but that can be dessert because we couldn't wait a second longer to get into this doggy. Well, Fran, hopefully there are no unwelcome visitors throughout the night, hey? Because I know we're both due for a sleep.
Hope not.
And that's awfully bright, so I don't know how well we're going to sleep now. But yeah, hopefully no turtles, hopefully no foreign fishermen, and we can sleep through the night. And guys, we are really just getting started out here. This is day 3 of plenty more to come. So if you're enjoying this, please subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys bright and early in the morning, and fingers crossed we get a good night's sleep. Good night.
Good night. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.